Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa. We are doing the this is the third page in the series of pages, and because I made two of each, and so this one is the third one. So we have already done one of them. I am going to try and do this one a bit differently than I did the last one, just so you can, if you like the way I do one way versus another, then you can do both of them the same way. But this, I'm still going to try and keep it just very simple. This is kind of one of our more simple pages. So, we are going to, let me first, okay, so we have our September page, and then I have cut this out like I normally do. I took the top off, and I'm going to show you what it is that I am going to use. Most of this is for going back to school. Don't have anybody that's going back to school. Well, both my boys are doing college stuff, but not the same. And so I will be using the backs, except for these three pieces. Absolutely love the ruler, so I hope to be able to utilize that in some way. This red check, or whatever you would call this, I love this. I love this. And of course it all works really well together. So I'm going to go ahead and take these elements out that I know I want to use. And I thought this was perfect with the little puppy, since that's what I'm dealing with. In fact, I've had to wait over a half hour for him to settle down so that I could actually get a video going, because my husband's asleep, and oh, holy, he is a terror, let me tell you, but totally worth it. Okay, so we've got these. I'm going to put them off to the side. I am going to do a process that you will see people do a lot on waterfalls, where you get the picture. You take a section that has a pretty picture on it, and you just keep slicing off until you get the whole picture on a waterfall. Well, I am going to do this September onto the fronts of these three pocket fronts. I also think that this time I'm going to seal each one of the pockets. But before I do that, I want to get something in that's going to cover these spots up in between the pockets. Excuse me. So, and I would like it to be something that's going to contrast against this nicely. And I'm actually thinking that this chocolate will do really nicely. And be a little bit more subtle, where this is going to pop out, where if I were to use this yellow, I think it would fight. And I don't want to use the red on that part. So this is going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to go ahead and make a mark so that I am getting it as close to the edge of the inside of the pocket as possible. And I will probably do, I think a 1/2 inch is all I'm going to need. So I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip. First I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip off of this, and then I will cut the 1/2 inch at my line that I made. All right, so let's see. Let's see. What is this? This is 3 5/8. So a 1/2 inch is going to be 3 1/8. No, 5/8. No, 3 3/8. Yes, 3 3/8. So there's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, which will give us a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that, and then I'm going to go another 1/2 inch. There's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8. Okay, so there's 2 1/2 inches, and the one with my mark on it is right here, and I'm just going to cut them with my scissors. Okay, I might have cut that not quite on the line. There. Okay. So now these are not going to be like super easy to get in there, but we're just going to push it in there. I'm going to go ahead and take some glue and just run it right in the opening between the two. And then I'm going to slide this in place. Try and make sure you've got it somewhat straight, because it does have a line. There we go. Okay. So that was pretty simple. No biggie. I did get a little oozing. I don't want to glue my pocket down. Okay. Now, I mean, I do want to glue my pockets down, but so now I'm going to go ahead and just run a bead of glue right underneath. That's going to seal the pocket down. And there we go. Oops. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to slide this upside down. That's not good. I'm going to slide this in here. I'm going to just draw a bead of glue in the opening. Put this in place. Oops. Where's my tweezers? Let's tweezer this puppy. I want this to be straighter. Come on. Oh, don't make a hole. All right. Still push it down. And come up a little bit on this side. Not that much. There we go. Okay. So there. Now we have that down. And we've got 2 nice strips still. And we still have this. Okay. So now let's get this piece. And I'm just going to take it just the way it is. I'm going to get my edges the way I want them. And I'm going to cut this side first. Then all 3 of the pieces that I cut will be the exact same size. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make that cut. Okay, just double check here. I'm going to have black on both sides. Yes, that's good. Let me, just a little bit of my pencil mark there. Okay, so now we're going to figure out where we're going to cut this for our pocket. Right there. So there's the first one. Here is the second one. And our third one. So there you go. I think that looks pretty cool. You know, it's just it's kind of a neat thing. These are a little wide, you know, a little wider than what you would normally see them being used, but that does not mean that you can't do it, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so got my black soot. I know I've told you guys at least a couple times that that's what I'm using is the black soot. Just gonna ink these up. I'm sorry, off camera, because you know how I am with these things. I'm gonna use it for the whole process and then I'll get a new one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we always called my mother Frugal Frida. And she would spend money when it needed to be spent. But if it didn't need to be spent, and she didn't spend it, she would find alternatives. She goes, there's certain things that you have to have money for, and there's certain things that you don't. Entertaining yourself is one thing you do not have to have money to do. And she was always very adamant about that. Yeah. But we went to the park a lot. I mean, we were, you know, I didn't know it as a kid, but we were upper middle class, middle class, upper middle class, something like that. I don't know. But you wouldn't have known it. I mean, we didn't. Mom just saved money. That's just what she did. I guess I'm getting a little reminiscent because well, the 1 year mark of her passing, I can't believe it's been a year already, is coming up in a couple weeks. And so I'm sorry. I'm just being a little reminiscent right now. But I will actually be out of town with my girlfriend. My mom passed away September 7th. So, yeah. Yeah, but anyway, we're going to have some fun. I think this is a cool thing, and I hope you guys like this as well. You'll have to let me know. Leave me a comment. Come on, guys. Give me some comments. Of course, you probably won't see this until I get back, so I'll be able to answer your comments. Because I told you, when we're there, there's no phone service, no TV service, no internet service. We are literally out in the middle of nowhere, and it is fantastic. I've done it once a year for the past 7 years, I think. Well, I think this will be the 7th year. So, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. I don't think my husband is. And it's not that, you know, I mean, he's like, yes, you get to go, do your thing. Now, you can leave these open, remember. I sealed this one, so this is how deep that pocket is. Now, you can leave this one open, and then you would have something that would go all the way down. That it's totally up to you. I'm just trying to think. See, this one, you're not going to be able to get anything large enough to do any kind of picture. So I'm trying to imagine. Yeah, I could totally do that. It's supposed to stay thin, but this will stay thin. Okay, so get 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Yeah, and let's make this the exact same size. So just line it up, make a mark, and cut what you don't need off. Excuse me. Now, let's get our scoreboard out. I totally wasn't planning to do this, but I was just trying to think, you know, what if I have pictures in September, where am I going to put them? Okay. Put that back. Now, if you're working with two different thicknesses of paper, you know, an 85 and a 65, make this the 85 pound paper, because okay, and then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to make a mark. Back out with the scoreboard. I'm just thinking this through as I go, guys. And let's... yeah, I gotta... there we go. Gotta line it up. Okay, so we're going to do one of my rounded hinges. I've got to do a little video on this. Okay, so let me get close so you guys can see. Okay, so I made right in between two of the little grooves, and we did that. Now I'm going to move this so it is centered on one of the pegs, okay? And then the groove, I'm going to make another score mark. All right, and then we're going to do it one more time. We're going to move that score mark to the center of the peg and make another score mark. And now you don't fold any of them. Oh, sorry. Let's pull you back out again. Hopefully you saw what I was doing. And then we're just going to fold that over. Now I'm not pressing on it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just folding it over. Let's make sure it's nice and straight. Give it a little bit of press, but still not like you're not doing this to it. Okay, so now let's put this back. I'm going to fold this over, and I want this to come to about here. So now I'm going to cut. So that is approximately an inch past, right? Yeah, an inch past that last score mark that we made. Okay. So now let's do glue. Oh, let's go ahead and take a little bit off this. There we go. Okay. Get yourself some glue on there. If you want to use score tape, you can. But we're going to be using score tape when we put these pages on and stuff like that. So, you know, if you only have one thing of score tape, don't use it for any of this stuff. Okay. So now we've got that. Let's open it up. Burnish it down. Get the excess glue out. See, this was supposed to be an easy one, but I just, you know, I gotta have a place to put some pictures. I do. Gotta have a place to put pictures. And then this is our closure. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa, and we are getting into our September, which was page style number 3 that we built. Now this one I really changed up from my April one. The April one was just one page, just the page with the 3 open pockets so that you could stick these anywhere you wanted. Okay. These I really changed it up. So I have my seam binding closure. I made a flap here that is, let's see, so 1.5, the black strip, what, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, and I did my triple fold, my triple score lines, and I showed you how to do that, where it's not 1/8 of an inch apart. It's just move it over a slight sliver and make another score line, and a slight sliver and make another score line, so it kind of rounds instead of squares. I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of tired of the square look. Let's see which one. Like this one is squared on the sides, and I don't know, I'm getting to the point where I like this rounded better. However, I probably would have made this at least another 1/2 inch if I had to do it over again. So that would be what, 2 1/4. Some, you know, if you want to, it will just come down just a little bit further and make the closure a little bit more closurey. I'm making up new words. Oh, I am so sorry. My allergies with the changing of the weather. Woo! Okay, so here are the 3 pockets from the page style number 3, but this time, instead of leaving them open like I did in April, I actually sealed down each one, so I can do a lot of little tags, okay? Because I didn't have a lot of paper left on this one. I was able to save this little girl. I didn't back it on black. I may still, but I just love this. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to leave it. I can put a nice picture right here and have this, and I will love that. So, and you know, I just made these little tags, and just with the strips, the little bits that I had left. Now, this page, I actually made it, let's see. So it is 7.5, but I actually cut it at 8. Okay. I am so sorry. That sneeze really got me going. Because I did a 1/2 inch score line on this side and attached it to the black sheet that we built all these on. Okay, so that's what I did with that. So it actually gave me more room for September. Excuse me. And I am trying to make these a little different so that you can see that even with the same build page, that you can change it up to suit your needs, or just to make it a little more interesting. So you still have the same build page twice in the book, but it's different. So you open this up, and I just did, again, this ruler and the ABCs and this plaidish type paper. I love it. So I had a big piece of that left and decided I really want that for a super nice 4x6 picture. And then I get the pieces that I really like to see. And then a good place to write here. Then part of the build page was the big pocket, and I took a sheet of copy paper and just built with squares and strips, and just put all of this together with all the pieces and parts that I had, and then I glued it down. I did not put it on black. I just glued it down. So that's your choice, but it was just to save on bulk. And then this is the bottom piece of the September paper. September paper. This is the bottom piece that I had left from this top September piece. As you can see, there's the September there with the apples. Okay. So so that's basically all I did there. And I had this little piece of cream left on the top because I can get a nice 4x6 up here and give myself a little bit of writing space. I probably will cut the 4x6 down a little bit so I can keep my apples, use this space, and use my writing. And then you can also cut down a little bit and put a picture on top of this, or just leave it. I did save my whole September. I backed it on black, and then I made a small booklet, and I had little square left, and I cut it in half long ways and put 2 of the little corners on there. And that is the build page for September. Now this piece, I did the same. I glued this onto the black page that we start with, and I glued this onto this side of the black space that we start with. So you could even, if you want to, flip it. Put this on this side and put your closure on this side. Either way you want to do it. Or just build your regular build page and don't worry about this. Alright, so we'll get this closed up, and that's so cute. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and give me a thumbs up if you like this page, and please leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any questions, what you think about it. If you like this page better than the April one, let me know what you think, okay? All right, guys, I will talk to you. Oh, and I did put a little tag on the top here with the little brown. I had a little bit of that brown left, so that gives me extra writing space, and it gives me a little pretty bit up there. Okay? All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.